is live. Jeep Life Podcast is live, and we're better than ever.
Woohoo!
We are in the studio.
We are.
All right, all the buttons have been pushed. Who's going to be the first one to jump on? All the buttons have been pushed.
Not all of them.
That's awesome.
No, I always do it. One of us has to.
Yep.
Riveting conversation tonight.
It's absolutely amazing. Oh, look, we have people. We have
Wow,
people.
Holy
Yeah, sorry, everybody. I've got to send my kid money. What's up, Maddie and Mike,
I was updating my Rev
And-
kit.
Jason? Yeah, you've got a lot to update there.
Always do, always will.
Yeah, my kid's just, just whenever I have to drop everything
Yep.
and send her money because that's what dads do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
How's everybody doing tonight? You're all looking good. What's up, Jason? What's up? Yeah, Matt, that's true. This is a cool show. We're gonna watch a bearded guy and a skinny guy play on their phones.
Yep.
I like it.
Sorry, we're back. We're good. We're here.
Well, I'm still sending
You're
the kid
still
money.
sending money
Yeah,
to the kid.
Jesus. I feel like that's all I do is send money, but oh well.
All right, we're good.
She'll survive. All right, she's got money now. What are we congratulating Maddie for? Mr. Hutt, Huddy, what are we congratulating you for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not sure.
But congratulations.
Yep.
Matt, I sent you money.
Did that.
Done that. Check
What's
that
going on,
off.
Eric?
Yo, what's up, Eric? Man. It's man, what it
how's
turned
the
out.
back doing?
Oh yeah.
How's the back doing, Mr. Eric?
Squatch took Best in Show at Reclaim 3 Jeep Bronco Show and Shine charity event.
That's pretty sweet.
It is.
Wow.
I mean, what he doesn't tell you is only one.
There was only one Jeep that showed up.
Right.
Well, there was three. He took
He took Best in Show. Yeah, somebody else actually won a category.
Yeah.
But he won Best in Show. Good work. No, but that's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, your Jeep's pretty badass. I like it.
Glad to hear it, Eric.
Yeah, man. All right, so tonight is going to be real interactive. Throw it on there, and if I see it, we'll react because tonight's going to be a little loosey goosey.
Yep.
Not a heavy topic, just a fun topic, I think.
Yeah.
And some news and stuff. So everybody share it out. Don't be mean. Come on, you can handle it. Yeah, share it out there, get it out there. Does it have
Scott, take Eric's Jeep back to him.
Yeah, because he can't come lift it. And I'm not sure he can climb in it right now.
He's not fully 100%, but he could probably definitely get in.
Yeah, I might have to give him a boost.
He's got those fancy steps. Oh wait, one's ripped off.
He's got 50% of those fancy steps. He's
no,
a
he
lot
has
like
the one
me.
that he needs. He's good. He's
All right,
good.
all right.
He's good.
So he
He's
and I
got
both have the
side.
driver's side. We're
Yeah.
missing the passenger side.
I think
All right.
so.
I can't remember which one of his.
That was a fun day.
That was a
Out
great.
on the
That was a
trail.
great day. It was one of the best days in a while.
That was a good one. Just cruising around,
Yeah.
some of the friends, and
Yep.
trying new stuff, finding new lines.
Yeah. Oh, hey, what? Hey, Jess, how's it going? Yeah, true. Well, in some ways, me either. But we'll get into that a little bit. All right, I'm going to hit the button and just
Yep.
get the ball rolling. I'm
Let's do
I'm
it.
ready to get into the show.
Unless you want to talk about our partners first.
Let's do. Well, we can do some partners. I don't want the one you're wearing on your head.
Yeah, I just
We'll leave
kinda-
that one out
Oh, we're leaving that one out.
to start with because I want to put that in the real show.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
All right. Well, first off, I want to talk about your Rockslide Engineering side steps
Yeah.
and that amazing feature you have that when you open the door, the steps come out.
Yeah.
And you can get 15% off their products with the code JeepLifePod, and that's at rockslideengineering.com.
Yeah, and I know
one and only.
several people that have used it already.
Uh-huh.
It's a way to go because they're not cheap, so save as much money as you can and use that
Absolutely.
code for
Yeah.
sure.
For airing up, for working on your power air tools out on the trail, running the impact gun, running your die grinder, powering your air lockers to blowing off your seats and filling your shocks. Power
Yeah.
Tank's got you covered.
Yes.
So Jeep Life Pod 15 for a complete system at checkout at powertank.com.
Yeah, and my power tank actually leaked everything that I got filled up last week.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it was
You didn't
thought
close
I-
the cap on
No,
the
no,
top
no.
or something.
I opened it up for some reason and it was leaking a little bit. I thought I got it fixed, but I think they caused it to leak and didn't seal it up.
Oh.
And so when I take it back tomorrow, I'll,
Be like, hey guys.
it leaked out. Make
Yeah.
sure it doesn't leak out when you hand it back to me. I don't care about paying for it.
Yeah.
But-
like make sure everything's closed.
Yeah, if I give it to you, I want it back in the same way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and Off Camber Lighting has a 20% discount on Jeep Life Pod.
Yeah.
And that's on offcamber.com.
Is it
Off-
offcamber.com?
Offcamberlighting.com.
Yes.
And they have awesome pen lights and rechargeable lights and some
Yep.
hazard lights. So if you need some flashlights, head over to offcamberlighting.com. And if you need your beard oiled or you need beard products, head over to Huddy's Beard Balm, and that is Huddy'sBeardBalm.com, and use Jeep Life Pod for 10% off.
I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah.
Wearing it right now.
I don't have a beard no more.
No, you don't.
But I still have it.
Yep.
And it doesn't go bad. It's all natural, too.
Good stuff. Real
Great
good stuff.
Great stuff.
What about those guys at Pipes?
They got your tune just right.
Just right. And
So,
I love the sound of that.
If you're looking for something a little bit deeper or something a little bit quieter, Pipes has you covered. For the highest ground clearance exhaust systems on the market, head over to pipesexhaust.com and use the code JeepLife, and that's going to get you free shipping, which is huge.
Yes, absolutely. And Cold Case, use the same Jeep Life.
To keep your engine running extra frosty this summer.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah, you do.
I need that.
I think
bad.
you have another issue.
I do. But anyway, thanks to our great partners. I'm going to hit the button right now. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Jeep Life Podcast. We're that podcast. We celebrate that life, and it is presented by Armorlite, the toughest flooring on the trail. They're an amazing partner of ours, and you can get a discount on your next Armorlite to keep your flooring nice and cool, the audible area nice and down so it shuts out that road noise underneath. And, it's easy to clean out. All those things.
It really is with a pressure washer.
I know. Bill posted up some photos of that earlier, or movies of that earlier. And our discount code for them is Jeep Life Podcast 10. Make sure to use that. They love hearing from our listeners. They love it.
Yep.
But yeah, they're our newest and greatest sponsor. They coughed up some cash for us, and we appreciate them.
We do.
And I'm Jeep and Terry, your host, and I'm joined as always by the best in the business, Brady Billy.
What's going on,
How you
Jeep and
doing?
Terry?
Oh man,
Are you just jeeping?
I'm doing as much jeeping as I possibly can without my Jeep.
I know. So tell me what's going on, man.
So this has been going on for a while,
Right.
And it all started a good chunk of time ago.
Right.
My
And as you say, good chunk of time, I'm trying to remember like when this actually happened. And I said, we were talking about this issue. And I was like, oh, you've re-geared. Maybe that's giving you some issues. And you're like, no, it started even before that.
Yeah. So my thermostat was stuck in the open position.
Right.
And meaning the engine was running cooler than it was supposed to.
Yes.
Got that fixed. And then it started overheating.
So you went to the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Opposite end. We thought maybe a faulty thermostat, so I took it back. They put a new thermostat in. Get it back. Exactly the same issue.
Okay.
All right. Maybe I need a thermostat that opens sooner. A lower temp.
Yeah.
I get one. I put it in.
Doesn't fix the problem.
Doesn't fix the problem.
Yep.
So I take it to the Jeep dealership.
They can't figure it out.
They said, "Oh, you have air. Oh, we're going to replace your thermostat too." So they replaced the thermostat. Everything, still doing the same
That
thing.
sounds like a common procedure.
And I've spent a lot of money on this problem that isn't the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm right now there. It's passed a chem test. There's no oil or any debris in it.
Right. In the coolant.
In
And
the
there's no
coolant.
coolant in the oil.
Right, and there's no leak anywhere.
There's
that-
no white
that we've
smoke.
seen.
There's
Nothing-
no blue
no.
smoke. There's nothing of the sort.
The Jeep actually performs extremely well. It just, on the freeway, on the highway, the temps rise up, and it's not a pretty rise up either.
Yeah.
If it was, 5 to 10 degrees warmer
Maybe
all
like, okay,
around,
yeah.
whatever. But we're talking when we get on the highway, 30 degrees warmer.
It's climbing.
It's climbing.
Hmm.
And I get in town, and it's warmer, but it does what it's supposed to,
Right.
right? But when I get on, and then it kind of, for me, that sounded kind of like there was an airflow problem at speed.
Right.
Nothing on the front end of my Jeep as far as
Maybe you have a bad fan.
the fan rises and lowers the way it's supposed to.
Right, but it can. Maybe just that it's, at speed it doesn't have enough oomph to pull it all through.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's driving me absolutely insane. And, I want to, here's what I would love to do. Just leave it at the Jeep dealership and say, fix it.
Right.
I don't care. But I don't have
Time.
or Jeep dealer money,
That too.
because that's a thing.
Yeah, that is a thing.
And because literally when they were talking to me the other day, they were jumping straight to a blown head gasket.
Which no.
That needs to be in my mind,
That's
the last step. And
well,
and-
for them it's the first step because it's $2,400.
right,
Labor
right.
cost.
right. But it's so frustrating,
Yeah.
and I don't even know what to do anymore. I know the components. There's like 4 components right now that it could be, and the last of them is a blown head gasket.
Right.
I mean, I think maybe the radiator's clogged. That's a potential. Is it? Is that? I don't think that's it. There are certain things that I need to do to take a look at that. What about the water pump? Could it be the turbine on the inside or
the
whatever?
impeller,
the impeller. Could it have been damaged?
Maybe one of the tooths came off.
Maybe. Is it? Can't be the thermostat. Put too many damn thermostats on.
Right.
Well,
I think there's only one last option.
I traded in.
Yeah. 392.
392 Scrambler. Here I come. I have been forbidden to trade the Jeep.
We know that, Terry.
And I've got it where I want it.
I know.
It's awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna get it fixed up. Don't worry.
All right, we'll figure that out. It's been a pain in the ass, and if anybody's got any answers, just hit me up. Let me know. Anything. Now, your Jeep.
Uh-huh.
Are you fully ready with it?
No, it still needs a lot of little things.
Are we talking details? Are we talking little parts? Are we talking just dialing in stuff?
So dialing in. So basically, as a lot of you've seen over on Instagram, Facebook, this and the other thing, I put my JK on coilovers and some big old beefy axle in the front. So it's down to like fine-tooth adjustments now. I still have to put in the air compressor and run some electrical stuff and do all that. But I mean, besides that, it's running, driving, had it out on the highway, put some miles on it today. It's fun.
Look good sitting on the gravel at the at the show.
Is fun, dude.
Yeah.
And it handles like there's a few little things like weird crests, and I think just from what I've done research wise, I can't get away from it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I mean, it looks
freaking awesome.
Damn impressive, no doubt about it. All right, we've been working on the TJ a little bit, and I love this little Jeep. I don't know who's more excited about it, Lex or myself.
Yeah.
But it is a 21-year-old vehicle.
It is.
And it's showing 21-year-old things about it.
Yep.
We put a new bumper on it.
Yeah.
And in order to put that bumper on it, it had a hitch mount.
Right. It had an aftermarket like U-Haul hitch.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was.
Straight up out of U-Haul.
And rusted to shit.
Bolt in the bottom, bolt in the side. That was it.
And so, like almost every project we've done, there's one bolt that is rusted solid. And I had to bring it over here so you could cut it off, which inspired me. I'm going to order a cut-off tool probably tonight so that when we go to do that again, I can just do it. But the bumper looks great. We did the event yesterday.
Yeah.
She was the youngest driver. She drove
That's
2
awesome.
hours each way.
That's great.
She was beside herself.
That's all she wanted to do was sit in that Jeep and drive.
I know, and then show it off. And it was she helped us out with all the stuff at the club booth because we were down a person. So she just jumped in there and helped out.
I had pre-arrangements.
Yeah. But she would also just grab people and take them, show her
cool.
Jeep, and That's really cool. Our friend Frank was there, and I think he got more excited than even I am about it. So he's like, "Lexi, just come over. Well, let's do
work
stuff."
on it.
And I'm like, "All right, let me tell you what."
Let me tell you what needs to be done.
Yeah, and, he had a TJ before his Rubicon, so he knows it pretty well.
Absolutely.
So it was just fun to watch the excitement on her face. Just being involved. It was her first Jeep event.
Yep.
With her own Jeep.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
That's awesome.
She was disappointed because she still has a hard top on it.
Well, we can't always get what we want.
I know, right? She was like, I'm so mad that we didn't take the top off. But yesterday was it
was a weird day.
Weather-wise, it was weird. if I had a place to store the thing, we're going to sell it.
Right.
I want to sell it in the next week or so.
The hard top.
The
Yeah.
hard top.
It's in good
get her a
shape.
soft top.
So for sale, if you need
yeah.
a hard top, reach out to Terry for TJ.
But I want to get it off there and get her a soft top as soon as possible. Even if I, have to finagle a way to get a soft top before we sell it.
Right.
Just so we can get it off there, and it's easier
Yep.
to sell when it's not on the vehicle than it is when it's on the vehicle.
100%.
So it was just fun. But let's talk about the Jeep event that you missed.
Well, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
it was the Go Topless Day, Barricade Go Topless Day, and it was our fourth time doing this same location as our destination, and it's Mountain View Vineyard Winery and Brewery.
Yes.
Wonderful people up there. It's in East Stroudsburg area,
Mhm.
so make sure you go check them out. The wine, the beer, everything was top notch. We had a rough estimate of 190 Jeeps ish.
Okay.
Weather wasn't perfect, so we didn't do our 225 that we did last year.
Right.
But it was still a good turnout. It was a positive turnout, and we were doing donations for Meals on Wheels.
Yep.
That went extremely well.
Always does. Jeep Enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania always shows up and makes a great donation.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to them, and thank you for everybody's donation.
Yeah. So it was good, and we missed being. I mean, everybody was asking, "Where's Billy? Where's Billy? Where's
I
Billy?"
was digging fence posts.
And of course, I lied the whole time. I was like, "He just blew us off. He didn't like us."
I was digging fence posts, and then I ended my buddy's engagement party.
Yeah.
Had to go.
Oh, on the Facebook Lives, we've got a
Yes.
question right now.
I saw that one come up.
What's the best way to troubleshoot wandering steering on a JLJK after a mod to either wheels or lift?
So, first, did you adjust your track bar accordingly?
That's I
is
would
the
think that's the biggest thing.
So, if you have a wandering steering, you got to check the track bar, make sure everything's centered. Obviously, you need your alignment done. If they do an alignment and they set it to stock caster, that is between 4 to 5 degrees of caster, that is not enough for a lifted Jeep. I would recommend, say, like if you're going to if you have the ability to change your caster, so if you have geometry correction brackets or if you have adjustable control arms, that's what you're going to be able to do. And I would say if you're doing a 2-3 inch lift, you can get away with 5.5, 6 degrees almost.
Yep.
And it's just going to track better down the road. It's not going to want to wander as much. You're making sure that your track bar and your steering is all set up at the same angles and making sure that they're set correctly is going to help with bump steer and some other things that I'm dealing a lot with right now.
But I think we hit the nail on the head with the track bar.
Yep.
Because when you raise up the vehicle, the tendency is to move to one side.
Yes.
And the track bar's total job is to center that vehicle.
Yep.
And at that point, if depending on how high you lifted it and how much tires, you might have to look at getting an adjustable track bar.
You're most likely going to have to, yeah.
Yeah, getting rid of that stock one that doesn't have any adjustability.
None. And it's too short.
Yeah, because it's going to pull it
Yep.
one side. And
that's one thing that AEV does really well is they give you some geometry correction brackets and they give you a longer track bar for the rear when you lift your vehicle.
Yeah, and to that point, the geometry correction brackets will put your control arms more at that flat level versus an angled, which
correct.
It makes it harder to steer as well.
Yes.
So that's a great question, and maybe we'll spend a little more time. I know we've kind of bounced on that before.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
But
definitely
we might make that as a full tech episode. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Danny. She's way interested, and she loves to turn the bolts. I've made her do almost anything that I knew she could do on my Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
I've made her do, and now that she's got this job,
this keeps on going.
Yeah. And sometimes we have to pull in the big dog.
Well,
and
sometimes also the bolts don't come out.
Yes.
Like physically
Yes.
cannot come. The one that I cut out, like you had a really good grip on that bolt. You destroyed the threads. That nut was never coming off that bolt,
No.
no matter what you did.
No.
Nope.
You know, and it was one of those bolts that probably been in there for how many years?
Oh, it was in there
right?
for probably as long as the Jeep's been alive.
Yeah, exactly. And I, as usual, when I come over and have Bill help us out with a project, we go away, and then I think, oh yeah, there was one other thing that I wanted.
You left, and you're like, "Hey, I forgot. I actually need you to do this and this." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. Bring it over another day."
We're just getting great questions. I love this, so stay on it. Do you recommend a single steering stabilizer or a double steering stabilizer?
I kind of always thought of the steering stabilizer as if you can't do it with one, you got other problems.
That was going to be my exact response.
So, I mean, I understand, it looks cool having the two big stabilizers.
Yep.
But if you have that much death wobble, you got other problems, dude.
Right. Well, and you think about your steering and the track bar setup and everything under the axle.
Yeah.
It all goes one direction that kind of works
Yeah.
against each other so that it does stay in the same place.
Correct.
So if you have two steering stabilizers, it's not working against
And you just
one
got to do
side.
everything double. You got to
Yeah.
set your steering stabilizers double, and then
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
cascading effect. The Jeep was made with one.
Correct.
Go with one. Get a good one instead of spending the money
My-
on the double.
My truck doesn't even have one.
My Jeep right now doesn't because it just dropped
Correct.
down. Well,
So, like, you should be able to drive your Jeep on a normal road, no
Yep.
potholes,
Yep.
no bumps, this, that, and the other thing. And it should be able to track down the road semi-straight at like 20, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It might have a little pull here or there, but you shouldn't need a steering stabilizer. The steering stabilizer is there for when you hit bumps.
yes.
When you hit large, depressions in the road, this, that, and the other thing. It's designed to absorb a little bit of that hard jolt
Yeah, that energy
and not deliver it into your steering box.
and keep it out of your hands too.
Correct.
Because you'll overcorrect and all that stuff.
You don't need to do that.
Right.
So it's just designed to dampen everything. It's not actually designed to prevent, death
Yep.
wobble. It's not,
Yep.
Go put a hydro ram on it.
Right, exactly.
That's how you get rid of death wobble.
Spend the money on that. Woo! All right, that was a great intro.
Rapid fire question time.
I love it. If you do have questions for us or show topic suggestion, info@jeeplifepodcast.com will get you on. Next for the news. We haven't
In
done
the news.
We haven't done a news segment. Did anybody follow what happened this weekend with
Dude,
this
what
Jeep
is
of-
wrong with people?
it just doesn't make sense. And I when I pulled this in, I didn't want to piss people
Whoa,
off.
whoa, whoa,
but-
whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened to, like, the mountains, the sand, the hanging out with your buddies, this,
Yeah.
that, and the other thing? This isn't Jeep life, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. This isn't Jeep life. This is assholery. The Galveston Jeep event. It's a yearly unofficial event that
Every
happens
year
in
it
Galveston on the beach.
Texas.
Yeah. What was it? 230 citations were given.
Over 200 arrests were
Yeah.
made.
Oh, there you go. Arrests made.
Arrests.
How many people went to the hospital?
More than 50 people went to the hospital, including a sheriff.
And I think 2 or 3 years ago, a person died.
Yeah. So why, people? There's no reason for this.
There is no reason for this. And I'm getting my my news on this from. Hold on, let me pull it up. Because I sent you the article. Oh no, you pulled it up your own, but I'm looking at There's a Houston news company, and 230 arrests, more than 50 people taken to hospitals. The weekend continues in Galveston. It's unfair